But your teachers don't have anything to do with the decision.
Yeah, because one of teachers of our school are the member of
the committee.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
committee.
We also have to give our opinion and all
yeah.
that.
Okay. So it's a little similar. And if they didn't elect to have you as a principal anymore, you could go back and be a teacher.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's the pay differential between a teacher with your experience versus an administrator with your experience? Administrators make maybe twice as much as a teacher, salary-wise? Would you say that would be?
Bartku, to już musisz mi pomóc. Pensja moja zasadnicza jest taka sama jak pensja
Basic
nauczyciela.
salary is the same as teacher's salary.
Mam tylko dodatek
But
funkcyjny.
there's also functional salary paid on the top of teacher's salary. So the structure of the salary includes teacher's salary plus function salary.
And the level of the function salary depends, of course, of major of Ballard and.
Okay, quickly going back to the pre-1989, you thought the system was a little bit better, but I understand it was pretty much, maybe I'm wrong, but the curriculum was driven by rote learning, just learning facts. Kids memorizing a lot more, and versus their ability to apply. And would you categorize the learning back then that way, or is that not?
Yeah, you know, you were speaking about something which always makes me nervous, because it's like slogan. The past system was that students or pupils had to learn things and informations
They fill
and
out
memorize,
tests and that's it.
and memorize
Yeah.
them. It's not true. I think the knowledge is a value. I give you an example. I examined my students in final exams in Polish, and one of them told about Polish country, about Poland in 19th century. And państwo to będzie country czy
Or state.
and I asked him, what country in 19th century? And he, 19 years old, answered me, I'm not good in history, but you are Polish. When we get our independence again, I'm not good in history, but you are Polish. And you know, the fact of Polish independence in 1918, it's basic knowledge. Every Polish people, every Polish student should know about them. What for? That's a Google.
All right. But maybe they're not
But you know,
teaching
without knowledge, without getting a lot of information, we are not able to speak and to think about umiejętności,
Skills.
about skills. What without knowledge? What are skills?
Right.
So I think it's a great misunderstanding to think about education. That no information, only skills. What we be? Kim my się staniemy, Bartek?
The question is who will become? I mean, but we talked about it upstairs.
Right.
That that after so many changes, we got lost. That's the common. I share the same opinion with
And they keep
You know,
changing more.
I'm a teacher of Polish, and we analyzed, for example, the poem, the poetry.
So you teach
yeah.
literature,
Yeah,
basically,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And when my students didn't know about the past, about the tradition, they are not able to analyze for example, the 19 or the 20 age poets.
I can give a different example referring to America, because this is an example I use quite often in my classroom. I'm sorry to say that, but there is this common impression that most of Americans are quite ignorant when it comes to geography of Europe, for example,
Or history.
or history.
They didn't
That's-
learn much history, and the
that's what-
history they learned, they forgot.
That's what our students say. And
Right.
normally, what I do, I challenge them with geography of America. I say, okay, fine. You think when they start laughing at Americans that they can't tell Poland from Russia? This and
That's
that.
true.
I say, okay, fine.
That is true.
So let's try it the other way round. How many states are there in America? Sometimes they get the number right, which is okay. How many names of these states do you know? They get up to 10, sometimes 15. Great. Now, capitals of these states, please. And, well, when we get deeper into that story, it seems we don't have much more to say. But the difference between what is now and what Mrs. Moszyńska was saying, that some years ago, students would know these things. Perhaps it was
And
learning
they
by heart. but
also,
would not-
they were ashamed
not to know.
not to know that. But right now, no one
Who cares?
feels
Yeah,
ashamed.
these days
Who
it's-
cares about that?
Teaching about Britain, about England, Wales, etc. I have 3 maps in my class, and every time I say something, I come to a map and I say, here we're talking about this part, and so I have to incorporate bits of geography, history, and some other subjects into my what Mrs. Moszyńska does. She does bits of English in her Polish lessons.
But when I was a teacher, we had, I think it was the turning of epochs, the centuries, and we had a group, a visit from Norway, and my students. From minute to minute came to me and told such things. Pani professor, they don't know who was Byron, who was Homer. They even didn't read Ibsen's drama. And I did it with my students right now. I think there are no difference between our students and Norway students, and they won't know who Byron was and when he lived. I teach it, but